and he's dead.
The Chinese, they're a problem.
Unless he takes the 50.
Just keep pushing in the Soviets.
Soviets is
Once the Soviets are dead, they can just strategically deploy to the northern Chinese border.
70 divisions. Yeah, China is nothing for you.
Actually, you can just strategically deploy into India as well.
It's just fucking military.
Your airfield is overcrowded in India.
Also, we should prepare invasion of UK. I think they want to right now.
They're quitting.
The militia is quality enough to go, so...
GG.
Does PFU surrender? Your cancer prevails.
The cancer is the only way to play, guys.
Yeah, and that's the game.
Yep, nice.
How we in the time? How late is it?
I think you're gonna have a rules update after this game.
Yes.
Yeah, but it's too powerful for the Axis to attack this early.
Oh, it's not even that.
PFU
Like,
and their
no one
fucking
did that.
prehistoric rules, man. Get on our level.
Stop
retards.
land waste to China.
I don't know. I feel like China did such job, right?
I haven't done anything to China. I don't know, maybe if you understand Lend-Lease or not, man, but I haven't sent them anything for 3 years.
But it's 100,000 rifles, that's Japan.
I mean, it's rifles, dude.
Yeah, but China did well, but the rest of the allies just collapsed to Italy and
I just
Romania.
took Andrew's B strategy that he did last time he played me, and then I improved it. That's it.
Good. Yoda is pleased.
But Des, you need to nerf the militia because like, they
you
had
need
10
to-
combat with militia against my 10 combat with infantry, and their militia can hold off my infantry.
Yes.
You need to just delete the fucking militias. Fucking,
I think that would be good too. Yeah.
it's fucking cancer. It's
Because other than that, they wouldn't
I
have enough
had,
divisions to be able to pull this stuff off.
if Russia used it, it's cancer against Germany. If Germany used it, it's cancer against Russia. If Japan used it, it's cancer. If China used it against Japan, it's fucking cancer. It's fucking break the game.
I mean, if you just make it so the defense is like garbage on them, then it would work. But when the defense
I
is
mean, why bother
comparable
with
to
the
infantry.
unit?
Are we gonna play another game?
I mean, we have time to play another game if you guys want.
Not today.
No,
We don't have such
No.
endurance.
and it's almost midnight here.
Yeah, it's midnight here.
Well, I
Alright,
didn't get to use
have
my
fun.
dominant speciality. That was.
I mean, I need a shower now. It was intense to play Italy this game.
Yeah, same.
And
but
I
that
was just
was,
about to spread back the cancer and take the Raj like you do this.
Yeah.
Yeah, so this 44 combat with militia division has 388 defense, and that's like pretty much comparable to
I mean, I
infantry.
told
let
us
me go
the
see
issue
what it
is the veterancy. Like militia
probably
gets to
bad.
veteran level instantly, and then veterancy gives 75% combat stats. So that's the issue. Like infantry won't level nearly as fast. Then you can just throw militia. You convert them to any template you like. You have instantly veteran tanks if you want to.
Yeah, the militia at 25% the cost.
I mean that's just
75%
part of
of
the
defense.
cancer. But like, don't mind me. I've been saying that about militia for forever. No one ever listened to me.
Yeah, I'm gonna update the rules here. I think that type of game is just complete cancer, man. I mean, it's not fun for the Allies, and for the Axis, I mean, it's just fucking stupid.
You got partial in like 70.
I mean,
percent.
we completely
agree. In our game, there's like
strict
rules about.
Yeah, there is a rule.
There should be a rule. I agree with that, but you said it's bad for Axis to attack early, so there is
Yeah,
no
it
need
is.
for
And
a
then you
rule.
have the entire Allies who build civs until late
Yeah,
37.
exactly. That's fine.
I mean,
you
like
don't know-
if throw the allies up their ballot, so it was the correct strategy. It was a winning strategy. But
Yes, the
usually
thing
it
is,
doesn't
like,
work, but, like
the
And
main,
it will work every time to attack
the
early
main
with
reason,
Axis.
the main
No, it
reason
won't,
we
man.
chose Axis.
If they
Well,
build
it's
builds
also the
same
way the
levels,
models
it
are
didn't want to happen.
You guys just YOLO.
I mean, the main reason we chose Axis, we know when we're gonna attack, and you don't, which gives us a huge advantage.
Yeah, the allies are forced to build military factories from day
Well,
one
plus
because the allies
the
are
way the
because
models are
Axis are allowed to attack early.
Axis, really. So.
Yeah, not that
Like,
fucking early. That's not
like
the bonuses that you get at all.
You cannot tailor your
Yeah,
builds
no,
for
the
for
bonuses,
war.
the bonuses. So basically,
You
Germany's
get no
36
bonuses up there.
Germany's 36 fighters were considered better than UK's 1940 fighters. So.
Okay, US slate couldn't be fine.
I mean, I agree that it should be historical, but like,
Yeah, it should be limited to at least 1939 or later.
When you don't limit it, then just you
No,
don't
I
know
mean,
when we're
you
going to
guys
attack.
definitely won, and it was a good play. But basically, pretty much the only reason you won so easily is because all of us were expecting a regular game, you know, not
Yes,
just cancer.
exactly.
And
We anticipated
yeah,
that.
and I'm saying that's good, but I mean, it wasn't a very fun game.
Yeah, but you could see roughly where
I mean,
we're
if
building
we had
mills
prepared
and
for
where
an
we're
early
not.
war, then we would have been fine.
I mean, that's
when you just like randomly go, you know, Anschluss, reasserting claims. It's
completely honest, I don't think it would have been fine.
We took all of that into account. That's why I started running into industry. So like, not give any clues as to we're gonna attack in the first year. And this is why I said it's like the rules are Axis favored. Like the Allies have no idea when Axis is gonna attack.
I mean, the Allies, they cannot win when the Axis are allowed to attack early, because the Allies then must prepare for an early war, and then the Axis can just say, screw you, we'll just go for a late war.
If you go mill early, then we're just going to attack late, then you're screwed that way as well.
I mean, you really need some limit to when the Axis can attack, or they simply have
actually, it would have been
all
fine. We
the
used to make it
initiative.
so the U.S. could join the war whenever, you know, something happens.
Right.
Because that was the big problem. Is basically, if you guys had waited to attack the Soviets till the U.S. joined the war, we would have won this. I mean,
what would the US do?
But I mean, imagine if Japan won though, like China did crazy work there.
You won't win again. It is China. You won't be able to win against China. It's
China,
made
you
that
can't
way,
win.
basically.
I would win against China.
No.
Like,
you won't.
Yeah, but the issue is, if you look at the interior, like,
It's so
you can
bad.
win against China, but you can't take it out because of
Go militia.
As Japan, we made too many mistakes, and we should have also spawned militia. 12. We should also have like 212 with militia, basically.
Got a sub at the last minute, so that's fine.
And I mean, even Japan attacked me early. Like, I ended up being ready, but
Yeah, we deliberately also didn't support Japan, because Japan is irrelevant in an early war. I mean, Japan may as well not have joined at all. So we didn't support Japan at all.
I mean, Japan didn't
if
have
you were
any
going for
impact in the game whatsoever. So.
Yes, but if we were going for a later war as well, we would. I think we would focus more on winning the Japan war. Like, we didn't care because we were gonna attack early.
Yeah, because with this early war, we knew that the US is irrelevant, and we knew that Japan is irrelevant. So we just focused everything on killing the Soviets. And, well, all the allies except the UK and Canada.
There's also more cancer going on with the ahead of timing. That's
yes,
just possible.
I agree.
Oh, right. The Road to War rules say no more than 2 years ahead of time, along with no attacking.
The issue is we're used to doing teams game with random people try to enforce such rules with people you don't know and when you can't check the saves.
You could maybe like nerf some of the
So if it
focuses.
was lockable by mod, then it could be interesting. That would change the dynamic a little. I
don't know.
You could nerf some of the
Well,
focuses,
the key to that is Yugoslavia.
Hugo can get
The whole
44
reason-
fighter in like 38 and like
that's
16,
the
17.
whole
all
reason
of
we
us
wanted
can.
Yugo.
It's not like it's impossible. I don't know about 38, but we can get it in like, you know, 39 or something like that. Like, it's not.
Yeah, everyone can get it, but like if you don't think it's a problem, then I guess it's fine.
The issue is that you can then just team in a way where somebody just produces a ton of fighters and that's it.
There we go. That's kind of what we did too. So.
Yeah, that's what everybody does. Like, it's not like
I mean, even Italy went all fighters in the end. We just built up some initial army and then swapped to fighter production.
Would the PFU guys maybe be interested with a future game with Road to War rules and Alters mod that we play?
I mean, I'm definitely up for it. I don't know about the other elements.
Yeah, I'm up for it.
I was hoping we'd get something going on like the regular keep track. Maybe
I know I
we
want to
can
redo this game with, you know, access not being able to check till
I know
39.
my teammates have feel salty right now because of the end result. I mean, I don't really care that much. Some of them grossly underestimated the opponents, and I did.
It was moved out of your channel.
off.
Well, I mean, so,
censored. Whoa.
you got to kind of understand the level of experience that we have on the foreign team, you know?
Yeah, but
Like-
like, the whole thing is, I'm not trying to sound like smug. I mean, you guys won this, but it was more of your strat. It wasn't your division templates or anything like that. It was just doing the early war cancer. I mean, if this was a regular game, I think we would have probably won it. I mean,
But I mean, it's part of the game.
That's why we were so surprised when we asked like, is an early war like allowed? And I think it was Des in our channel. He said that
we put
it's,
a lot
it's
of
like
thought into
actually
doing
working against the
unexpected
Axis,
stuff.
and we were like really surprised about it. You know that he said that. I don't
It's
know.
the best way to beat someone when you enter a new meta. Just do what they don't expect, because usually a meta is developed and they have tested all their tactics and everyone kind of grew confident in that.
Yeah, I mean, like if we played like you are used to, then of course you have an advantage because that's your meta. So we broke out of it.
Oh, I haven't been talking this whole fucking time.
Yes.
Yeah, anyway, what I was trying to say, man, is I played about 30% of a game. And that's really no fun for anyone. Like, this shit is cancerous. Like, none of the events come into play, none of the late tier focuses,
Yes,
none
you
of
should
the,
put a rule,
the
I agree.
mid-game units, nothing, man. Like, this shit's fucking cancerous as shit.
I mean, we
In
can't
fairness,
assume you guys have
in
just
fairness, Daz, it was all about whose team was going to end up with the victory.
No, it's not even that, man. Like,
I didn't really
all
care
they
who
did was
won.
join a new server and thoroughly go through the rules and then work around them. Like, this shit is not fun for anyone. It really isn't.
I mean,
Well-
I asked this to you like directly on our Steam, like you said, it's bad for Axis. So
Yeah, and then I thought you wouldn't fucking do it and actually play a normal game. So, I think
I know that I mentioned that you guys should have a rule against early war. No one seems to care.
No, because if you just said like historical start, we would say okay. Because
Then-
if we
but
are
you were
used to
gonna
play
pick
like
allies
that, I
then,
mean,
but
it's not
then,
like
like,
we
you,
wouldn't think that you were
if
like
prefer
chicken or
historical,
anything
man,
or
then
something.
you'd play historical. I mean, it really is that simple.
But
You
then-
chose to do
No,
that.
it's a competitive game. I mean, it's competitive. You play what gives you the highest chance of winning.
Hey, here's
as
a
long as it's
question.
not
Could I have
complete
attacked
cheese.
Portugal? I wasn't clear on the rule.
Yeah, you could have, but if they guarantee that you can't, because they're technically in the allies.
Okay. Well, that would have been nice.
I mean, we play
historical
also
every Sunday,
don't
so
just
this is
have like
unique for us as
historical
well.
start for World War II, but also for Barbarossa.
Again, we
You
just
cannot start
generally have the
Barbarossa when you want.
implied thing that you don't rush the war.
Right. And
That's
we
it.
sure the implied thing is one thing. If you have a specific rule, you might want to consider a specific rule for historic. It's just a thought.
Yeah, we're used to playing historical where Germany has to attack at a specific date. And, I mean, we wanted to play the Allies, but people argued that Germany would just attack early and we'll instantly lose.
exactly, that's why we picked Axis. Like if there were rules about historical, then we were going to play allies.
Yeah, it would have been interesting.
We can just
I
have a
think you
rematch
guys,
with a historical start.
I think you guys hugely underestimated us, though. I mean, we have several
Yeah.
players that have maybe played 100 multiplayer games and have thousands of hours on Hearts of Iron.
Yeah, well,
Yeah,
I
I've
think
played
that's
Hearts
an
of Iron
understatement. I've
multiplayer
been
since
sitting in
2002, and I
with some
wasn't even
people
on
here, and some of the members are outright laughed out loud at the prospect that you could beat us.
Yeah, I
There's
know
been
that.
a very negative, like, people are like, why the fuck should I show for this shit? We're just gonna win anyway.
I mean, we had the same thing, like, okay, you guys have no chance of beating us.
But we
At
got
least me and
people
I
in
don't
mind.
disagree.
fairly serious
I
about this.
disagree. I think we really like prepared. I mean, if you just look at our
Yes,
forum,
I
it was
prepared as
just.
fuck, and apparently 2 days ago someone else agreed that
I
Galip was
don't
gonna play
think
in
that we
UK, and he
underestimated
had no
anybody.
fucking clue that you usually attack in 1937-38.
Who was Keandre playing
That's
by
why I
the way?
left. I just didn't give a shit anymore.
I mean, I knew basically as soon as I saw you guys start building civilian factories that I would just
It was
walk over you
over.
guys for the first 2 years as Italy.
Yeah. It would have been interesting to fight the U.S. Navy.
It would have been interesting to do a lot of things, but the game ended so early I couldn't really do much.
I know, I feel your pain, I was Spain, so come on.
I think it would be pretty okay if you just don't allow the access to attack before 39. Like.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah.
That Civil War was a little scary early on, though.
Yeah, like when the Civil War fires too early, like Axis doesn't have proper divisions to send, and like we were pretty worried for a moment there.
Yeah, if I lost Madrid, I would have got.
But I think I don't know for you guys on the forum, but if you want to do a rematch with some correction on your rules or removing militia or whatever, I would gladly do a rematch. I mean, I think it was pretty obvious for us to win the first one because we know how to push rules, to how to exploit rules. Like if you take a look at what we on the forum, we have hundreds of rules because, and you didn't even fight our most cheesy guy, who is really annoying because he's just freaking taking
Who?
Like
Beethoven.
Yeah, like
I mean, it's fine and all that, sir, but I think I already talked to you about this, that most of the rules are also streamlined for a reason. Like most of our games, we can't ensure that the crowd that plays
Yeah, I mean,
is the
we
regular
didn't,
crowd.
But
So if we
yeah,
go about putting in 100 of rules, people won't read them.
Yeah, no,
it's
I
not
agree.
literally
It's
rules and
more
then
like
you
a
gotta
pickup
recode.
game,
So
yeah.
part of the reason why every exploit
but simple stuff
is
like
not in rules is
historical
also
Yeah,
start
like
is
we didn't
pretty
do any
straightforward.
real cheese. Like
No, it wasn't real cheese. Also, like I'm not complaining about anything, and I'm actually glad you guys put up a good show. So,
But it's,
I think
I
that all you
my
really have
judgment.
to add,
Alright.
all you
But
really have
don't,
to add is
yeah,
nowhere
we
till
got cheese with our
39
own
and
rules, Des.
Th-
Like
that,
now it's just
nowhere till
misunderstood
39
what
and then ban Yugoslavia, and I think we have
Don't misunderstand something. What I'm saying is that your game is shaped for like a one-session game with like a bit like kinda friendly game with not a lot of triad. I mean, it's not like it's not your fault.
No,
It's just
there's a
shaped
lot
for
of
your.
tryharding on this server at times.
It's just shaped for your groups. I mean, I'm playing with another community, and the guy are just like you. It's a bunch of friends loving each other, and they don't have this much rules.
well, that's
rules because
like saying
they're
all friends is, I mean, or that this server is not competitive is a gross understatement, sir. If
only
the server
rule-
was not competitive, people will be very happy that you won it. Will be like, yeah, call it a day. But a lot of people are actually mad that they didn't end up with the victory. So no, there are a lot of
I don't think any of us
very
thought you guys
competent
were
players.
good.
I mean, if you're running a competitive game, you have to watch the rules. I mean,
Yeah.
We only really need one rule, man, and that's fucking historical war dates. Otherwise, I think the rules are pretty solid.
Yes,
I agree.
You should
just
need
need to limit it to
Yeah, I agree.
39.
Historical.
Not only that, but a lot of things are locked in the mod, right? So you may see some rules missing, but it's just hard coded in the mod, right? So
That's a good way to do it.
I mean,
Yeah.
That's a
what
good
you
way to
can
do it.
do easily is just require Germany to attack with Danziger War Focus and just like lock the focus with mod.
Anti-American
yeah, right now.
Yeah.
And also, you should put some rule on land list because it's really easy to abuse.
Yeah,
official mechanic.
you should probably either not have a China player or not have release for China.
I mean, I did say multiple times, China is this, China is that, and
Well, China's only allowed to get guns, not anything
guns.
else.
You see, I've pretty much beat Japan with guns and 1,000 planes.
Because
Yeah, but
I mean,
it's
with
like
enough
I had
guns, you
planes,
can just swamp
the
him.
planes are
so-
why you won. That's
because
not the guns.
I'm pretty sure
Aircraft.
if we are doing a rematch with this landed rules and we're playing allies, you can also get bad surprise and cheesy things from us with the landed rules. So I just want to warn you.
No, we don't care. Like, give China guns. Give
You
people
can give China
play
all
a
the guns and
rematch
aircraft you
and,
want.
I mean, like Japan could have gotten light tanks easily from Germany, and then
Yeah,
could
listen,
probably push me.
I-
The
I've,
reason why I pushed Japan back is because he
Oh my
thought it was
God.
brilliant to put
Grant.
light tanks in every division, and then he was undersupplied
Yeah,
and have all the equipment. So then I was piercing
We
everything.
attacked
which
you
just
basically
ignored
with 50 divisions.
losses.
We should have had 40 good divisions and
And like,
150 militia.
what is it that stopped Germany from sending Japan 800 planes? Like, it's.
I mean,
it's
we
Early
didn't
war.
want to send
It
Japan.
was
Exactly.
early
Yeah,
war.
exactly. So you didn't want to
Yeah.
do it, and it was okay with your strategy, but you can't complain about the fact China got all of this land lease and ended up on top.
No, we're not
Because the
complaining
Axis
about
can
it, we're just saying that
definitely
if we play allies, we're going to do the Lend-Lease thing 10 times more than you guys did.
Okay, give stuff
And
to
we're going to crush you because of Lend-Lease. I mean,
I still
the
think
Soviets are
Militia's
going
a
to
little bit
Lend-Lease like
overpowered.
1,000
it's
tanks
so
to
cheap and
Russia.
I'm more than happy with the rematch. In fact, I'm only gonna add one more rule, and that's historical war dates. Period.
Yeah,
And,
we'll probably play allies.
The other thing you gotta know, you realize the Soviets can't send anything until after Molotov.
Yeah,
right?
we can send.
Like
right,
it's hard coded. So it's not like we didn't think about it.
Yeah.
Like, there are certain
What I
things
don't
they can-
understand, they can send.
I mean,
like they need to do a focus.
I mean, even then again, like imagine the USA was going to send to the Soviets hundreds and hundreds of planes. It's not like the Axis cannot control the sea zones
My
and stop
question
the
to the
land.
Allies or to the Soviets is: did you make use of the amazing construction for fortifications in this mod?
What?
I
It
suggested
takes-
to Des that maybe we should build up on the Stalin line, but he didn't seem interested.
It takes 27 days to build a level 5 fort in this mod.
That's crazy fast.
That's what I mean. So I figured you would have had like forts 5 deep everywhere.
Yeah,
Yeah,
least,
I don't wait I don't waste production on forts at all as the Soviets. I mean, only
No, I mean,
country you
I-
really
I-
want to build it
I
as
mean,
is
they're
maybe
so-
France.
It's not a big
But
investment.
if you think about it, it's all your civilian factories in 1939 for 3 months to build 40 forts level 5. So, I mean, normally I don't either, but this mod makes it so fast.
Yeah,
you
the
know?
mod. I mean, I
Did
never
you
do
say
it
it's
too,
all
but
your
if it's
civilian
so cheap.
factories in 1939 to build 44s? Like
I'm
that's-
surprised that in this mode infrastructure is
Well,
so expensive.
if you use your civilian factory construction, I did a test through this with Soviet
Yeah,
Union.
infrastructure
use your
adds
civilian
building slots
factory,
in the
you
mod.
can build.
Oh, I didn't
You can build
know.
40
I
level 5
didn't
forts
know that.
within 2 months.
Yeah,
so,
but
2
you do
infrastructure
realize
adds
with
1
those
build
level
slot.
5 forts,
Uh-huh.
that's
Then-
like
then you need
equivalent
to
to a
build it in
military
the end,
factory.
yeah.
So which is going to help you more, a level 5 fort or an extra military? That's the question.
Well, I mean, I think in the case of militia spam, level 5 forts would probably have helped a lot, personally.
Yeah, I'm gonna be
It wasn't
removing,
the militia attacking; it was that the militia defense is too high.
The only reason I added militia was to give China more of a realistic army size. But I think I can maybe compensate that with like a minus 20% gun production cost. Otherwise, I'll just
you could have at least
remove it from
boarded
the game.
cities. You know, that would have helped a lot.
All this, just remove it. Seriously.
So, are we gonna organize a rematch here with proper rules, or what's the
Sure,
what's the
let's do
verdict?
that.
I'm going on vacation on Wednesday though, so either it has to be like before Wednesday or like in September.
I think we should do that in September. Also,
We could actually probably do it tomorrow.
What about
Tomorrow
Monday
would work for me.
or Sunday? I don't know.
Yeah, I could play tomorrow.
I don't know if we get like 20 people on Allies side to
Yeah,
play.
we
tomorrow.
probably can't get 20 people, but
You don't. We had way too many people. You don't remember we had.
yeah, you don't
had like
really need
3
20,
US
I
players. That
think.
was
We
worth
had
it.
Denmark and Norway.
Yeah.
Dave can play tomorrow, by the way. So like, if we can get 16 or so, I think we should be okay.
Yeah.
Yeah,
no,
a
that
couple.
For tomorrow already.
Yeah, we can get some like randoms. Well, not randoms, but you know, like lesser PFU members on your side if you really need.
Yeah, if you really need them, we'll ask for them. Yeah.
Yeah,
All
there's
spies
like,
will be shot.
Yeah, there's like 5-7 people messaging me to join, and I had to say it's full. So.
Also, are you,
You can take
interesting
Wee Wee
to?
and Keandre.
Are you interesting to play?
I think
on,
we're good. I think we're good.
Are you interesting to try on
Which
on, a
which
Road to
mod
War
are you
game
doing?
sometimes?
It's the wrong one.
Yeah, maybe
Let's
after
just-
we get a half decent game on, you know.
Yeah, PFU. I
Let's
understand
let's
that.
see how many players we have tomorrow,
But,
and like,
you-
if we can come up with 16, we can play.
But except the lack of food, your mod is really pretty nice. It's,
Yeah, I like the mod as well.
Me too.
Again,
Yeah,
it's meant to
I
be
also generally
historical.
like the mod, though I think that some stuff are like little bit too arcadey. But like, I have a
yeah,
feeling
but-
that every nation is very overpowered. Like,
The militia
just
is a
tone
bit
it down
weird.
a little bit.
But
Yeah,
actually,
and
if you
militias,
have
yeah,
issues,
I'm not
with the mod, just
sell
feel free
down
to
the
let me know.
militia.
I know militia's a little broken, so I'm just gonna remove it for now.
yeah,
Yeah, makes sense.
Other than that, I mean, I know most of you guys.
I
you
like
get the
how
full
you added
experience of
all
the mod,
those
though.
impassable terrains. I think that's a really good idea. Like, it offers, yeah.
Yeah, at least
If
they
only-
have a competent modder, not like us. I'm talking to you, Arthur. I don't know if you are there.
Yeah, no. What you say, Vars?
That you are a bad modder.
I mean, also in the do the Soviets receive like 53 divisions by an event? In the
Yeah,
mod?
that one can be cheesed to them.
I mean, you can like make that heavy tank divisions. I mean, that's
we've already. Don't worry. If people do that, it's pretty obvious, and then
yeah.
I mean, you can turn that division into a division that has 50 brigades of heavy tanks, and then
that is banned.
Yeah, that is banned.
Yeah.
I mean,
Okay.
good luck hiding doing that. Like, it's gonna be pretty
Yeah,
obvious. You know.
No, I mean,
and then delete it.
no one
and
is
then
going to
insert
break any of the rules like that, but as long as it's in the rules, it's fine, then no one will do it.
Yeah, I mean, I like the idea though,
It's
like
very
as
clearly
the,
listed
if the
under
Soviets like
no
suffer a loss, they can bounce back, but
Yeah, the whole point for that is just a comeback mechanic, which simply
yeah,
isn't
no, I agree. We are also discussing in our mod like some sort of a combat mechanic. We are not leaning to like 3 divisions, but you know, like some huge boosts or something. But yeah, I like
Germany
it.
gets them too, so.
Yeah, Germany gets a few veteran tank divisions and some seasoned as well.
They also get 20,
Mainly,
23 14 forts for the Atlantic Wall.
Yeah.
And a whole bunch of free ass
Des,
forts.
I don't know if you know. Technically, like you can do that focus if France is still alive, and then it takes the land from France.
No, you need to control it.
I was like testing out something as France, and the AI did it, and they took the land.
What do you mean, the Atlantic Wall?
Yeah, the Atlantic Wall focus.
But,
Yeah, I know it says that you have to
to
control
take
it.
it, man, you need to control it.
Yeah, you have to control it.
Anyway, regardless, so tomorrow maybe we can have a proper game. Just
Yeah, if we come, like, let's not promise anything, but if we can come up with 16 people tomorrow.
Thank you all for watching. Don't forget to comment and subscribe. Follow me on social media. And I'll see you in the next Let's Play.